right, next we are going to go to H422, Unfair Real Estate Agreement Acts. And I'm not sure who is, oh, I'm sorry, Representative Hall. Chair recognizes Representative Hall to explain the bill.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This bill is a consumer protection bill that addresses a predatory business practice that started in Florida and is quickly sweeping across the country. What will happen is a broker will cold call seniors and financially insecure homeowners and offer them money for the right to sell their home at some point in the future. These amounts could be anywhere between $300 and $5,000. What that company does then is they put a lien. They place a lien on the property, which states that that brokerage has the right to list the property for sale for the next 40 years. This lien runs with the property and complicates the homeowner's ability to refinance, access home equity, or transfer the property. Property owners can terminate agreements early, but must pay a penalty of 3% of the market value of the property as determined by the brokerage. So what this legislation will do, it will ensure that these types of agreements are prohibited from enforcement to protect homeowners of residential real estate and others who may become owners of real estate in the future, including heirs to the property. It does so by prohibiting service agreements that exceed 1 year in duration and contain any of the following terms: purport to run with the land, provide for assignment of the agreement without notice or consent of the homeowner, or purport to create a lien, encumbrance, or other security interest. It also allows the Attorney General or a homeowner who has been damaged by any such agreement to sue the violating persons or companies, and keeps the chain of title from being cluttered by giving the ROD the ability to refuse to file these purported liens. Supporters of this legislation include the AARP, North Carolina Bar Association, Realtors Association, and the Department of Justice, and I would appreciate your support.
Thank you, Representative. I believe there was a amendment that I understood Senator Overcash was going to offer. Is that correct?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Senator Overcash moves to amend the bill, and the chair recognizes Senator Overcash to explain the amendment or defer to staff, whatever he needs to do.
Hopefully the amendment is before you. It's a technical correction. The original language on page 2, lines 45 and 46, noted that any party, quote, whose real property is encumbered by one of these unfair real estate service agreements, and then continued on with the sentence. Earlier in the bill, we're saying that these agreements cannot encumber property. So we've changed the language to what you have before you, just showing that aggrieved by a violation of the article. It's technical in nature. I hope you will support it.
Thank you, Senator Overcash. Questions or comments from the committee on the amendment? Not seeing any. All those in favor of the amendment, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it, and the bill as amended is back before us. I had a lot of questions about this bill. They've all been answered, so I'm not asking them today, but this seems to be a pretty egregious practice, and I appreciate you bringing the bill forward. Are there questions and comments from the committee members as to the bill itself as amended? And then Senator Sorry.
Want to commend the bill sponsor and the stakeholder groups for putting this together. On a lot of bar association listservs and see this frequently. It's not an isolated incident. It's out there. It's happening frequently. And at the appropriate time, I'd like to move for a favorable report.
Seems like that's an appropriate time right now. Thank you, Senator. All right. We have a motion before us from Senator Sorry. He moves for a favorable report to H422 as amended, rolled into a new PCS, unfavorable as to the original bill, with a referral to Senate rules. Before we entertain the motion, make sure that there's no one from the public that wishes to address this bill. Not seeing anyone. So the motion is before us. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it. Thank you very much. We appreciate you being here.